guys, I hope you're all keeping well and safe. Welcome to Early Years Matters TV. On this channel, we focus on early childhood, we review toys, and we also give parenting tips. If these are the kind of things you're looking for, what you have to do, subscribe, and not just subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you'll be the first person to be notified each time a new video is being dropped on this channel. So on today's episode of Early Years Matters TV, I'm going to be talking about the role of the early childhood educator in planning and providing learning opportunities for young children. Yes, today's discussion is going to be all about your role as the educator in relation to planning and preparing the learning environment for young children. First, you need to understand that as educators, your main role is to plan and prepare the learning environment for young children. Yes, this is your ultimate aim, okay? You need to understand that your main role as an educator is to ensure that you prepare and provide learning opportunities for young children. So, let's be talking about some of the things that you have to take into consideration when planning and preparing the learning environment for young children. In the era of early childhood, children learn through play. Yes, as educators, I know you're familiar with the phrase in the area of early childhood, young children learn through play. So you need to ensure that when you're planning, when you're preparing the learning environment, for the enhanced play in the area of early childhood. Yes, you're preparing the learning environment to enhance or promote play in the area of early childhood. So now let's talk about the first thing that you have to take into consideration when preparing and planning the learning environment for young children. Okay, so when planning and preparing the learning environment for young children, you need to take into consideration of the room layout. Okay, so take into consideration your outdoor and indoor space. Make sure that it's stimulating. Make sure that it's fun. Make sure that the outdoor space and the indoor space is going to prompt children's curiosity. Yes, your role as educator is to ensure that the environment is fun, is stimulating, and it would encourage the children to explore. Yes, when you're planning the learning environment for young children, you need to think of it of how the learning environment is going to be stimulating, how the learning environment is going to be fun, how the learning environment is going to promote play, which will promote the overall development of the child. This is really important as an educator. When you go about planning the learning environment for young children, you need to take into consideration, how would I ensure the learning environment is stimulating? How would I ensure the learning environment is fun? How will I ensure the learning environments will prompt children's curiosity? So these are the things that you have to think about when you're planning the learning environment for young children, because you need to make sure the environment is conducive and welcoming for this group of children. I'll let you to know that if the environment is not conducive, if it's not fun, it's going to be difficult for young children to play. It will be difficult for young children to explore, which will the overall development of young children will be difficult. So it's really important when you're planning the learning environment for young children, take into consideration of the indoor and outdoor space. Ensure that it's fun, it's going to be stimulating, it's going to prompt curiosity, it's going to encourage young children to explore. So in relation to the indoor and outdoor space as well, take note of the materials, take note of the resources, okay, that you're going to be providing, okay, for this group of children when they want to play. So you need to ensure that the materials is age appropriate. We're talking about age appropriate here. Take into consideration the children. For instance, if you're planning a play environment for children 3 years, so make sure that the materials that you're going to be supplying for this group of children is age appropriate. Make sure the materials will interest the children. This is really important. In the area of early childhood, interest is really important, okay? If you present things that are not interesting to this children, it will be difficult for them to explore. I'm going to repeat this again. If you present things that are not interesting for young children, it will be difficult for them to explore. So in terms of your materials as well, make sure the materials are age appropriate, make sure that they are interesting, make sure to promote the overall development of young children. So it's important in terms of the materials as well, the activities as well. Make sure that these are the activities that the children will be interested in. If you provide them with activities that they are not interested in, it will be difficult for them to play because they look at it, oh, I don't like this, so why does she want me to play with something that I don't like? And this is where observation comes. As you're familiar with my channel, I'm always talking about observations, because observations is important in early childhood, because from when you observe the children, you'll be able to find out about their needs, you find out about their interests, you find out about where they are in times of their learning, and you as the educator, you'll be able to support them. So it's important as well when you're planning the learning environment, take note of the activities. Make sure the activities are age appropriate, will interest the children. Make sure the activities will promote the overall development of the child. So take note of these things when planning the learning environment for young children. All right. Also ensure that the environment is safe. Okay, should also belong to the environment. This is important. In relation to making sure that the environment is safe, you need to make sure, for instance, indoor and outdoor space are safe for the children to explore. And the children also need to have a sense of belonging, which means your role as educator is to make sure that the environment is welcoming for this group of children to thrive. It's important that children would always thrive in an environment that is safe and welcoming for them. So it's important you make sure that the environment is conducive, the environment are welcoming. You as the educator as well, build a positive relationship with the children. Be warm. This is important. Okay, you're working with young children, and it's important that you're warm, because when you're warm, the environment will be conducive, the environment will be safe for the children, and in return the children will be able to explore. So your role as educator as well, in relation to planning and providing the learning environment for young children, you need to ensure that the environment is safe, it's conducive, and the children should feel that they belong into the setting. Also, in relation to children having a sense of belonging in the setting as well, it has to do with the materials as well. The materials depict diversity, okay? You've different children coming into your setting. Let the materials that you're going to be providing for these children to play, let it represent their background. Let it represent where these children are coming from. Different doors, different painting, different books, and many more. This is important. Your role as educators in relation to planning the learning opportunities for young children, it's important that you make sure that the children have a sense of belonging. Let them see that they are part of the setting as well. Let them see that they belong into the setting. When the children feel that they are part of the setting, it's definitely going to make them to explore as well. So take note of this tip as well. All right. It is important that when providing the learning environment for the children as well, you need to respect the children. It's important when you're planning the learning environment for children as well, you look at the children as being unique. Yes, children are unique individuals. So it's important that you take note of each child, see each child that they are being unique. When you see each child as being unique, it's going to help you when you're providing the learning environment for this student, because you'll be able to see that different. Each child has different needs. Each child has different abilities. Each child has different strength. Each coming from different background, and it's definitely going to help you in terms of when you're planning and providing for children's play, because you'll be able to take all of this into consideration. So you look at that. The children are different. They have different needs. They have different interests. They're coming from different background. They do things differently, and it's going to help you when you're planning and providing the learning environment, because you'll be able to take note of all of these things, and it will help you in relation to sourcing materials, the room layout, how you deal with all the children in the setting as well. So kindly take note of all of these tips that I've listed in relation to planning and providing the learning environment for young children. If you want more of this on this channel, what do you have to do? Subscribe, and not just subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you'll be the first person to be notified each time a new video is being dropped on this channel. And if you want to support me financially in relation to what I do on this channel, I have a join button, which is the blue icon. Okay, you could check it out financially. Your way next time. Stay safe and mind yourselves for now. Bye.